We've got a big news coming in. The United States of America has finally announced that it will impose sanctions on Belarus after plane diversion. The White House press secretary Jen Psaki outlined the punitive measures, taking a direct hit at Belarus. The White House called the Ryanair flight diversion and arrest of Belarus opposition journalist Roman Protasevich a direct affront to international norms. Now, the sanctions are set to target 9 Belarusian state-owned enterprises and key members of the regime of Belarus's strongman President Alexander Lukashenko. Now, with more sanctions possibly to come ahead. Now, the development comes after President Joe Biden had signaled towards possible sanctions on Belarus on Tuesday this week. He had reaffirmed that the sanctions are in play but had denied to comment further on the issue back then.
Just a few hours ago.
But this is the major news alert coming in. We are learning that the United States will reimpose sanctions on Belarus firms over this plane incident.
I want to be clear.
The Biden administration will reimpose sanctions on 9 Belarusian state-owned businesses in response to Belarus's forced landing of a passenger jet and subsequent arrest of a journalist on board this flight. Now, White House spokesperson Jen Psaki said, I quote, "We call on Belarus President Alexander Lukashenko to allow a credible international investigation into the events of May 23rd, unquote. Now, Jen Psaki was referring to the day when the passenger jet was forced to land in Minsk by the Belarusian security forces. And now the United States has imposed sanctions against Belarus. Now, remember, Belarus had forced down a Ryanair flight and there was an opposition journalist on that flight who was then detained by Belarus forces. Now, Russian President Vladimir Putin on Friday offered his support to Belarusian counterpart Alexander Lukashenko in his standoff with the West over his handling of the grounding of a passenger jet and the arrest of a dissident blogger. Now, the West has accused Belarus of piracy after Belarusian air traffic control on Sunday informed the Ryanair pilot of a hoax bomb threat, and Minsk then scrambled a MiG-29 fighter plane to escort this passenger jetliner to land. Minsk then arrested Roman Protasevich, who's a blogger, a journalist and a critic of Belarusian leader Lukashenko in Minsk. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.